Have you ever thought about what it takes to become a citizen of the United States? Many resources, including the official U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services website, present it as a series of simplified steps. But those actually navigating the process often don't find it as simple. As Massachusetts continues to grapple under an influx of migrants, we spoke with an immigration lawyer and heard from Boston migrants themselves to get a more in-depth look into the true difficulties of immigrating into the United States. In the year since Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey announced a state of emergency over the historic influx of migrants arriving into the state, immigration attorneys say they've seen a similar swell in citizenship and residency applications.
People think that it's simply a form that you fill out and you send that to immigration and that's how you apply for U.S. citizenship. They don't understand that they don't see how much of a puzzle this immigration world is.
Even migrants who successfully work towards citizenship told us about the confusion surrounding their applications, even within their own communities, and how that impacted their process.
La gente siempre dice una cosa y otros dicen otras cosas. Unos dicen que es muy fácil, otros dicen de que vas a cometer errores al llenar la aplicación.
In the most basic terms, to enter the country, you need a visa. To stay long-term, you need a green card. And to become a citizen, you need to meet a series of requirements for your naturalization form. But a number of variables can change and affect this process, making it longer and more complex. First, your options depend on where you're coming from. The U.S. does offer parole programs for countries with tense social or economic situations, but only those with official designations, leaving out others in similar states. Applying from outside the U.S. can mean months of waiting to receive your decision, but entering without the legal permissions can delay or even permanently bar your application later on. Paul Lichelet is originally from Haiti, and he described his long journey from Latin America into Mexico just to apply for his citizenship through a U.S. consulate.
Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Guatemala, Honduras, hasta México. De México yo pasé como 8 meses para esperar para la cita de CBP1 para entrar a Estados Unidos.
Different application forms, known as petitions, offer different risks or rewards. Parole processes for asylees or refugees can provide longer legal status, but Rodriguez says they can be very hard to have accepted or even approve your eligibility. Applying for residency through programs like DACA for childhood arrivals or TPS for temporary protections can offer ways to stay in the U.S. long-term, but not a pathway to a green card. In short, neither of these offer a permanent gateway to U.S. citizenship. Someone applying for a visa because they have family or a job option within the U.S. may have one of the clearest pathways to citizenship, but these processes also offer some of the longest wait times and largest obstacles, especially if someone has made any legal mistakes along the way. These complex, overlapping pathways can be confusing for incoming migrants. And even after following all the steps, doing everything as they were told, we still spoke to migrants who were taken advantage of and shared some of these difficulties that made their process even longer.
Pasó que conseguí una persona que en realidad no era abogado y me estaba cobrando barato por lo de mi residencia. Y pasaban meses, pasó un año y no había noticias hasta que me di cuenta que me mandó una carta a migración diciéndome que había sido negada mi petición y después leí por qué, porque le había puesto el nombre de mi mamá equivocado, había puesto mi nombre equivocado, había hecho un desorden.
For others, it was the waiting that was the most difficult part of their process.
Es fácil para escribir, pero no fácil para llegar. Imagínate, yo hace 4 meses para CBP1, para esperar.
Amid the rush of new citizenship applications and the uncertainties compounding applicants' anxieties, those we spoke to urged the importance of empathy for incoming migrants, especially towards the complexities of their immigration process. For a more in-depth look into the most common applications that immigration attorneys have been seeing, visit NBC10boston.com/migrants. I'm Fabiana Rincon, NBC10 Boston.